All right, homework team, I'm going to go over one of the most important things, which is inserting our code. So you see, we already have the question environment, which started and it's ended. Now we have the answer environment, which is start here, begin answer, and then it's numbered and will continue to be numbered throughout. We can change that because the number of questions changes. And then we have end answer. So that's the answer environment. That's where the answer goes. You can just write plain text like we determined there was a significant um, variance in all predictors, whatever. But so just showing that you can add a sentence, right? Um, this is coded out. So you know how in R we use the hashtag to comment out things. In LaTeX, we use the percentage symbol to comment out things. So this is commented out code for the inserting our code. So the first thing I'm going to do is uncomment out this code. All these lines I need, potentially not the last one. So I'm actually going to leave it coded out for now and then take it back if I need to later. All of these things. The other thing I need to do is uncomment out a section in the beginning. So I'm going to scroll up to here. So these fancy dancy pieces of code is also what we need to make sure that R shows up. So we're telling Overleaf to not read the code because it will run R if we use R Markdown, but just to like print it. And so the title of whatever file we're using goes here, and it'll also go back down. So the first thing I need to do is create a file to call from and name it something. So that was from the old code. So I'm in homework 4, and I'm going to make a new file. And for this one, the code that we're copying is going to be, I'm just going to do a test, but it's a linear regression model for HSB. So HSBLM is what the name is. I'm going to call it that, all lowercase, HSBLM. And then this is an R file, so the extension is going to be R. So HSBLM R, new file. And so I use the other things I've already done to help me repeat, right? So this was one that we used before. So I'm clicking on it and the title has to be the exact way that it's supposed to be. So I'm copying and pasting that into the HS and then changing the title, right? My new title is HSBLM. And under that is the R code. I'm just copying and pasting it directly. And if it's not R code, it's not going to work. So I'm copying this from the Google Doc, and I could copy it directly from R also. But I'm copying it from the Google Doc, and now I'm pasting it, the R code. I need to take this out. This part isn't R code, right? I wrote that, so I need to take that out, or I could comment it out, but there. So this is all R. So I've got this done. I'm going to copy the title because, again, everything has to be exactly the right way. So instead of fish.r, I'm replacing it with HSBLM.R. Right, now I'm going to scroll back down to the answer because I need to make sure the titles are correct there. Answer 1, all right. So our code is HSB linear regression. I believe that's the right title. We can change that in terms of what it's actually called. Here, I need the exact title, at, figure, label. I'm also going to change that because this is now HSB. This is how it shows up in R, so I like that. And then for the title. So let's see if that works. I'm going to run it. So we've got an error message there, and it'll also show you here, right? Lots of red errors. So, and I lost some of what I had before. So one thing I'm going to try is to uncomment out. Oh, wait, this. Actually, it doesn't seem like it likes that, so I'm going to keep that commented out. So I'm going to pause here, and then what I need to do is to go back and figure out exactly where I made the error. Um, all right, so I figured out what it is. So all of this was correct, but I was thinking this. Um, I don't even know when you actually use the hashtags in LaTeX yet, but there was a hashtag before this at, and there should have been one. So this is how this should look. And then now we have the linear regression R code input into R, nice and beautiful. And it's labeled figure two because it's the next figure, and I think it just has its own counter in there. So that's how you add R code to LaTeX file.